Hello, 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 all the kings, man. Welcome to another Friday assessment. Yes, welcome to another Friday assessment. Let's celebrate because you made it across another week. Let's celebrate your successes. Yes, yes, yes. This week is very special. It's very special. I want to talk about what race are you running? You know, the assessment is always about checking what you are doing, checking why you're doing it. We got to do that gut check. We got to do that heart check. My God, my God, my God. Because you know what? It would be a very sad day to work for something so long and realize you was working for the wrong thing, expecting different results. Oh yes, that's why I say, are you running the wrong race? Are you running? What race are you running? What race are you running? We got to realize that we were born with a purpose. We think about Jeremiah. Jeremiah said, God told Jeremiah what? I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb, and I called you a prophet to the nation. To the nation of what? To the nation of Judah. So what was that? That meant that man of God had a call on his life when he was born. So what does that tell me? What does that tell you? That tells you that you got purpose, that you had purpose before you were born. So let's look at this thing. You got success. You are experiencing success in your life, and it is awesome. I celebrate you. I congratulate you. But let's look at those areas that you're not achieving success in. And let's contrast the two. Let's assess those two things. What are you doing when you're experiencing success? What are you doing when you're not experiencing success? Is it because of the race that you're running? Is it because of the purpose? Are you not experiencing success because you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing? Is it because your heart's not in it? Is it because you're doing it because of somebody else? Are you trying to please somebody else? Are you trying to be the social status? Oh my God. Look, a lot of times we're not achieving success because we're trying to meet a bar that somebody else set. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's where we get it wrong. You know what? I'm here to let you know, yes, I'm the bearer of bad news today. You're never going to measure up. Why? You're never going to measure up because why? All the king's men, we don't take shortcuts. We don't sacrifice our souls for this material gain, for this worldly gain. No, we want to do this thing right. That's why we got to assess why we're not achieving this success. And then we look at the areas that we're having success in. Are you having success in those areas and you're enjoying it because purpose lives there? Oh my God. Yes, I want you to think about purpose today. I want you to think about what is my purpose. Yes, and I want you to make that pivot today because I need you to realize that the areas that you're not achieving success in could be just because purpose is calling you in a different direction. Look. Remember. It's your will inside of God's will. All the king's men is your will inside of God's will. Remember that you are predestined when you were put on this earth. That means that there's a destiny for you. Yes, God gives you a free will, but there's a destiny. And you know what that free will do? It do exactly that. Your life is hard for no reason. And you wonder why you're not achieving success. You said, I'm doing everything according to the world, but I'm not achieving success. But at that very moment, I'm encouraging you at that very moment when you say, you know what? I give it to you, God. I'm going to do it your way. Boom, the success starts to happen in the very area that you were not experiencing success in. So what am I telling you today? Take a step back, assess, and ask yourself, is this the area that I'm supposed to be operating in? The reason I say that is because when we try to get success according to the world terms, I learned that they always move the goalposts. As soon as you make it almost to the end, the goalpost is moved. But I think about when you operating according to the call that God has put on you, according to the purpose, The goalpost never moves. The bar has already been set and is set high. Why? Because God is always calling you higher. Look, I want you to celebrate the small wins, celebrate the successes. That's what Paul did. He said, I have not yet apprehended. What was he saying? He was saying that there are some successes that I have experienced, but I have not yet reached the prize. He says, so I am going to press on. So what am I telling you today? I am telling you to make the pivot and reassess and make the pivot, make the necessary adjustments in your life. Yes. All the King's men, I just want to ask you today, what race are you running? It's important to ask yourself that and be prepared for the answer. Be prepared for the answer. If it's a no, be prepared for the no. If it's a yes, ask, what goal am I trying to reach? Am I trying to reach somebody else's goal, or is it the goal that God has set before me? That's the purpose of the assessment. Why? Because as men, we want to be everything that God has called us to be. Why? Because we have a responsibility and we must be in place. Yes, if not, everything else is out of order. Imagine if God wasn't doing what he's supposed to do. Imagine the chaos. We think the world is in chaos, but imagine the chaos. It wouldn't just be the people. You start talking about the Earth's orbit would be off. Gravity would be off. Everything you start having stuff falling out of orbit that they put in space. So imagine yourself. When you're out of order, the family is out of order, the world order is out of order. So all the King's men, I urge you to perform the Friday assessment today. Check your life. What are you doing? Is it for selfish gain? Is it to please somebody else for a social status? That social status isn't going to get you nothing. It's going to lead you to a dead end, and it's always going to lead to what we call the rat race. You will never win. That's all I'm trying to tell you. All the King's men, I'm encouraging you today to assess and check the race that you're running. All the King's men, I thank you for joining me today. I ask you to drop me a comment in the comment section below. Hit the like button. All the King's men, thank you once again, and I pray that you have a blessed day, a blessed weekend, and a blessed week to come. Be blessed.